You're listening to the Manifesting Miracles podcast. By tuning in today, you're dialing into your frequency of abundance. I'm Michelle J. Lamont, your manifestation master and guide. Ever since 2016, I've been obsessively dedicating my life to uncovering, dissecting, and analyzing every aspect of the practices and modalities in which we call manifestation. You see, you are truly more powerful than you can even imagine and fully capable of manifesting miracles on the daily. I'm going to teach you how to attract a life beyond your wildest dreams using your own divine power. So let's get started manifesting your miracles right now. Okay, if you're listening to this episode, you're probably on your third cup of coffee, your third existential crisis of the week, and your third attempt at pretending that you're not absolutely fucking exhausted. And I want you to understand, I'm not talking about tired. I mean burnt out, crash out. I mean, snapping at people for literally breathing wrong. I mean, looking at your bank account like, really, universe, really? The vibe is not summer. And I want to remind you of something. You're not lazy. You're not broken. And 100% know this. You are definitely not alone. You're burnt out. You're bitchy and you're broke. And let me tell you something. That's your portal. Because rage isn't the block. It's the invitation, the gold-plated, frustrating invitation. Because burnout isn't failure. It's the nervous system finally saying, yo, we're not doing it like this anymore. Nope. So I thought today I would talk about why burnt out, bitchy, and broke is legit the rage portal that you have manifested and how to use it. Because let's be honest about what people are living through. I just started looking up some facts the other day and seeing in all my coaching clients and in my live classes, I was like, wow, this is really getting bad. In 2025, the average American under 45 is working more hours, making less, and dealing with higher levels of anxiety and chronic stress than ever before. Let me see if this might be you or somebody you know. You're standing in the middle of your house, folding laundry in a degree you don't ever use. Maybe you're driving Uber on the weekends to make sure that you can pay rent. Now, this one really got me. One of the most searched Google terms of 2025 was how to not cry at work. Oof. So if you're one of those and you're pretending you're okay and you haven't felt safe in your body in years, you're the average. And on top of that, on top of all of that, you're like, can I just please hit the manifest button one more time? Manifest, okay? And so what are you doing? You're journaling, you're meditating, and yes, please do those. And you're moon bathing, and yes, goddesses and gods, and however you identify, please do that. And then you start watching the TikToks, and you start lighting the candle, and then it's what? Just not clicking. And not because you're doing it wrong, but because you're trying to manifest inside what we now know is your trauma loop. So what burnout really is very interesting, and I thought we would go over that for just a minute or two. So when I say burnout isn't just emotional exhaustion. I'm not talking about you get home, you plop down on the couch, you flip on the TV, or you start doom scrolling. It's neurological. Let me break it down as a certified manifestation and energy coach who's also studied neuroscience. So when we're burnt out, our brain is just flooded out with cortisol. And what is cortisol? It's the stress hormone. It's the moon phase. That shuts down your prefrontal cortex. And that part of your brain is responsible for decision making, creativity, planning, and what's so important in manifesting, dreaming. And it keeps your amygdala, the fear center, hyperactive, and that means that your body is stuck in survival mode. So there's like 7 triggers, like fight, flight, freeze, fawn, fornicate. I don't remember that. I can't think right now. And from that state, what happens? You just can't access your intuitive power. You can't believe your meditation affirmations. You can't feel worthy of abundance because your system, you don't feel safe. And okay, so I was thinking about that this morning. One of my clients, an empathic, talented, overachieving Gen Xer, had been, I would say, practicing manifesting for about 5 years. 5 years. She came to me in like a one-on-one session, completely just in tears. I've done it all, Michelle. Why am I still stuck? And she just kind of like raged for about 2 minutes. I let her get it out and we started working on the neuroscience. And within 2 of my 1-hour calls, she was able to recognize that she legitimately was not stuck. She was still operating in her trauma frequency. And so many of us do not understand that we're in a trauma loop. We're in trauma frequency. I didn't until I started studying it until I started regulating it. And so once I did, everything started flowing. And once she did, her nervous system totally allowed her to tap into that abundance that was just on the other side of her emotions. She manifested a new job, I want to say, within 6 weeks. And in that, it was like half base, half commission. She then emailed me that in her first quarter, she made $10,000 in commission. And I am totally not surprised by the last one, but one third aunt or aunt that her mom wasn't friends with or whatever, left a POD on her bank account with her name on it. And she got it. POD is pay on death. And she had just listed her niece on there because she liked her niece. I mean, it wasn't a ton of money, but it was like $750, just boom, right into her pocket. And see, these are the kinds of things that will happen when you open up that frequency and you stop creating from your manifestation frequency and your trauma loop and your trauma frequency. And you're not here to survive. You're here to create. And I want to help you be that creator, because bitchy and broke is just, it's ick. Let me talk about 2 other portals, bitchy and broke. You feel bitchy? Awesome. Great. That's not the problem. It's literally a pattern breaking portal. You see, the version of you that could not hold their tongue, that couldn't shrink themselves, that overgave and self-abandoned for the sake of peace. I do this still. That version is dying. And what's emerging out of us is our actual voice. One that's tired of being polite about your pain. The one that knows there's more and legit refuses to play small and cosplay one more single freaking day. Now let's talk about broke. And I don't mean money. Broke is when you know there's more for you, but you're still acting like there isn't. It's when your frequency is tapped into scarcity, shame, and hustle instead of trust, alignment, and that funky, funky flow. Love the flow, baby. But let's go deeper. Let's be honest. Money is currency. Money is energy. Money isn't earned, it's received. And receiving is a nervous system function. If you don't feel safe, you won't let abundance in. Inside my Secret Society of Manifestors, I have students right now who never made more than $2,000 a month until they learned how to speak to their body in frequency. And then that frequency became trust, and that trust became a portal. And now, what are they doing? Some of the people in my society of Secret Society of Manifestors, they're full-time creators. They don't do what they used to do. They're coaching and they're learning how to do it. They're channelers, they're business owners. They didn't fix anything because they weren't broken. They aligned with the truth. You've been putting on this charade and you've been performing for so long, you forgot that you aren't really being you. And I want you to remember, this is something that I've said from the beginning and that I learned very quickly. Abundance is our birthright. Say it with me. Abundance is my birthright. Abundance is my birthright. Abundance is my birthright. Abundance is my motherfucking birthright. Hey, hey. Abundance is my motherfucking birthright. Hey, hey. And what is debt? I even hate the word, but debt is distraction. And being broke is a vibration, not a destiny. So let's go even deeper into why this works. So let's just talk about some simple science. Your body is an electrical field. Boom. Now we know that. You emit energy. Boom. Now you know that. And all of this energy, it can be physically measured in hertz. That's the wattage. When you're in survival mode, your frequency, it's dense. It contracts. It legitimately repels, like that ick dude on Tinder. When you regulate and expand your energy, it attracts, it magnetizes, it opens. Why? People are like, I just need a solution. No, babe. No, babe. No, babe. Your nervous system isn't in receiver mode. And if you're not in the receiver mode, it doesn't matter how many degrees you have. It doesn't matter how qualified you are. It doesn't matter how many contacts you have. It's not going to flow naturally and you're not going to be magnetic. See, your vagus nerve, that's that long nerve that runs from your brainstem through your body. That's the master of you. It controls everything from your breathing to your digestion to your sense of emotional safety. You probably have never even worked with it. But when the vagus nerve is calm, you become an energetic tuning fork for every kind of opportunity that your energy is wanting you to reach for. One of the things that I teach, whether it's in my digital courses, my one-on-one coaching, or my upcoming retreat here in Bel Air Beach, September 12th through the 14th, is how to shift your nervous system using rituals, meditating, breathing, brain science, and spiritual practices so that your manifestations aren't just things we write on paper. They're things that we manifest and actually receive in our reality. See, you can't just chant your way through trauma. You can't avoid it. You're going to have to look yourself in the mirror. You're going to have to get the journal out. You're going to have to do the shadow work. You're going to need to work with somebody. You have to meet not just the mind, not just the spirit, but your body too. So here's what I want you to do this week. Let's just try one exercise. Just one thing. Say, okay, Michelle. Say it again with meaning. Okay. Now let's say, okay, Coach Michelle. Okay, Mentor Michelle. Okay, Mastermind Michelle. Okay, booking my next session with Michelle. No, seriously. I just want you to do one thing this week. It's not going to be some little cute affirmation. And it's definitely not a 5-step checklist, okay? Go to a mirror, any mirror you can find, And I want you to say this. Get ready. You ready? If you're in your car, look in the mirror. I mean, unless you're driving. If you're at the house, put the laundry down, put the dishes down. Tell the kids, watch Disney for 5 minutes. Well, if you're on a walk, just stop, open up your phone after with this and say this to yourself. And then I want you to say this to yourself. Well, I'll tell you the rest. Ready? Repeat after me. I am safe. I am sacred. I don't owe them this version of me anymore. One more time. Ready? I am safe. I am sacred. I don't owe them this version of me anymore. You got me? I'm talking to you in the mirror. It's your higher self looking at you, babe. And I want you to do this for 2 minutes for the next 21 days. And you know what's going to happen? You're going to meet that version of you in the mirror. Let them cry it out. Let them shake. Let them scream. Let them cry. Maybe just breathe. Just fucking breathe. Fuck. This isn't a performance. This isn't theater. This is your fucking life. Pay attention. This is your presence. This is your higher self. These are all your ancestors saying, come on, we got you all the way to Michelle. Take the next step, please. And when your body hears the new language, your brain starts to get rewired. When your energy hears the truth, your field, your energetic field, it expands. This is the real mirror work. Not just, I'm a money magnet. It's, I'm done surviving. I'm not saying some cute ass shit in the mirror that I heard on TikTok. I'm digging deep. I'm sticking to it. I'm committing to 21 days because my mentor, Michelle J. Lamont, knows that I can do this. And I believe in you, and I believe in you, and I believe in you. But are you going to show up for yourself? Or are you just going to keep listening, move your phone, and scroll? Because I'm looking for people who are ready to change everything about their frequency and their reality. So, do I have your attention? Are your angels and your guides clapping and cheering? Is the version of you who's not crying in the living room clapping and cheering? Is the version of you who's not having her third crisis of the day and her 6th freaking slammed caffeine joint thing put in her mouth? He, she, they, them. Are you here? Are you present? Because now that you're at the edge of this portal and you're feeling like, damn, is Michelle talking to me? Yes. I'm talking to you. I don't want you to, yes, I want you to be inspired, but most importantly, when you get this and you're in alignment, you don't have to worry about it for anymore. So if this is, if you're like, yes, Michelle, yes, I'm ready. Let's do this. I have a free 10-minute Zoom. The link is right here. See, if you move your thumb over, you're going to see it in the show notes. This isn't a coaching or a mentoring session. We're going to talk, we're going to tune, and we're going to map out what's keeping you in burnout and how to alchemize it through one of my digital classes, one of my live classes, one of my sacred containers, or maybe my retreat in September if it's not sold out already. Maybe it's ready. It's time for you to join the Secret Society of Manifestors. First month is free, and yet still you cringe. This isn't just content that I created in there. It's a frequency grid. It's a place where your brilliance won't be shrunk Your voice will ask you to speak a little louder. Your intelligence, it'll be shared and honored and seen. Maybe you want to come hang out with us. Take over the beaches of Florida and manifest your best life with me in Bel Air. I have the Bel Air Beach Retreat. It's coming up September 12th through the 16th. This is the moment. You will not be the same after. I'm only doing 10 spots, FYI. And you'll know if one of these are for you because right now you're nodding. Right now you're saying yes. Right now you're like, man, I'd love to spend a week with Michelle or a couple of days with Michelle or an hour with Michelle. And guess what? Your higher self is already co-signed. Your higher self has already showed up. Your higher self is waiting in the room. Okay? And if you still feel doubt rising up, remember, doubt is just part of the detox. I want you to trust your yes. I want you to know that with all my heart, I got you and I see you. I validate you and I love you. You are known. You have this huge team of light just looking at you right now, asking you to accept the challenge, asking you, when is enough enough? Listen, babe. You're not burned out. You're awakening. You're not bitchy. You're boundary bound. You're not broke. You're just in between vibrations, okay? And most importantly, I believe in your miracle. You're not done. You're just getting started. So move over, make a choice today. Do something than just listening to the podcast. It's time. This is your challenge. This is your call. Don't shrink. I want to hear your story. I want to know what it took to get you to this point, and then how do we unconnect you from that frequency and tune you into your frequency. Everybody has an energy frequency, because the one thing I know for sure, and the one thing that I will die on the hill is that through thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of conversations, years and years and years of mentoring and speaking and doing the work and hosting workshops and creating and changing so many lives. Yeah, a couple of hundred, maybe 500 reviews on my website, probably 400 on my podcast on Apple. I don't even know anymore. The numbers just keep stacking. And guess what? So do the lives and so do the changes. But being burnt out, bitchy and broke, that's not the end of the story. That's your rage portal finally stepping up to the plate and saying, come on now. Come on now. We brought you all the way to Michelle Juanita Lamont. And this is what you're going to do? No. The highest version of you is ready for you to listen. The highest version of you is ready to say yes. And even if you do SSOM, you click on it, the first month is free. Choose whatever portal you want. Do the most expensive. And then you can cancel whatever it is. Take some action now. Even if it's just listening to another episode and another episode and another episode. I'm looking at you right now and I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Now, if this is your first time closing and you don't know, it's cool. You'll get it. But if you've been from the beginning and you're an OG, just love you. But if not, this is what we do. And 3, 2, 1, soft. Everything is always working out for us. Everything is always working out for us. Everything is always working out for us. Me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything. I'm Michelle Juanita Lamont, your host. I believe in you, and now I want you to believe in it too. You're not done. You're just getting started. All right, producers, cue that motherfucking music, and I will see you in SSOM, a live call, my next course, or here in the beaches of beautiful Bel Air, Florida. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Cue that motherfucking music. I love you. 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 Thanks for listening to this episode of Manifesting Miracles. Now it's time for you to take action. I invite you to hang out with me just a little bit more by signing up for my newsletter. You'll get instant exclusive access to the practices that will chart your own path to abundance. And yes, spark that highest version of you. Head to the show notes right now so you don't miss a thing. Now listen, I fucking believe in you. And it's now time for you to win, win, win! Yes! Yes!